Come on, everybody. You are on the channel for English for Biology majors, which is brought to you by Zygodactyly University's Susan Ye. We hope after you learn this class, you will think biology is fun and to read biology book is piece of cake. Let's go, yay! Hello, everyone. Today we are going to learn the last part of lesson 23, which are still prefix and suffix about disease. But first, we need to review what we learned for the last time. In the third part of lesson 23, we learned prefix and suffix about tumor or other kind of growth. For tumor, we have two prefixes and two suffixes. These prefixes are celo and onco, onco, and suffix are cele and oma. When we want to describe mass, we could use this prefix onco, onco. For neoplasm, which is benign tumor, we use this suffix oma. As for carcinoma, which is malignant form of tumor, we use this prefix carcino, carcino. As for cancer, we use these two prefixes, cancro, cancero, and cancro, cancro. Now let's move to the last part of lesson 23. First thing we want to learn is when we want to describe something that are irregular, not normal, we could use these two prefixes, anomalo or poikilo. Let's see our example. Our first example is anomalotrophy, which means abnormality of nutrition. Like this child, he has severe nutritional deficiency, and which is also one type of anomalotrophy. And our second example about this prefix is anomaloscope. Anomaloscope is an instrument used in testing for anomalies of color vision by having the subject match mixed spectral lines. The anomaloscope was invented by Dr. Willibald Nagel, and he named this instrument anomaloscope in 1907. And for the prefix poikilo, our example is poikiloderma. Poikiloderma meaning pigmentary and atrophic changes in the skin, like we show in this picture. Now, with both hyperpigmentation and hypopigmentation, so that it has a mottled appearance. This is called poikiloderma. Let's review what we learned. For irregular, we could use these two prefixes, abnormal, anomalo, or poikil, poikilo. For joint, now two things linked together, we could use these two prefixes, juncto, juncto, or zygo, zygo. Our example for juncto is junctura. Junctura meaning joint or articular system. Articular system is the official terminology for the joints of the body considered collectively. And our example for zygo is Zygodactyly. Remember what we learned for dactyl means finger or toe. And so zygo is joint. Zygodactyly means joint finger or joint toe. In this picture, this baby has zygodactyly. Two of his fingers are joined together. Zygodactyly is a term sometimes used to designate simple syndactyly. Sometimes we use this word, syndactyly. Zygodactyly is different from syndactyly, in which there is bony fusion between two finger bones of the digit involved, usually occurring in the hand between the third and the fourth digit. This picture shows the typical form of zygodactyly, and if it's in the foot, then it's between the fourth and the fifth. When we want to describe things that are joined together, we use these two prefixes, juncto, Juncto, and zygo, Zygo. When we want to describe the phenomenon of inflammation, we could use this suffix, itis, or the prefix phlogo, phlogo. Let's see our example. For itis, our example is osteoarthritis. Osteoarthritis is a non-inflammatory degenerative joint disease seen mainly in older persons, characterized by degeneration of the articular cartilage, hypertrophy of bone at the margins. See these? See the picture? The person's joints are swollen, and changes in the synovial membrane, which can be seen on the X-ray. This is called osteoarthritis. And for the prefix phlogo, our example is phlogogenic. Phlogogenic meaning causing inflammation. Like this is porphyrin. Porphyrin is phlogogenic for acne. Let's review what we learned. For inflammation, we could use the suffix itis or the prefix phlogo, phlogo. For medicine or medical treatment, we could use this prefix iatro, iatro, or these three suffixes iatric, iatric, or iatrix, iatrics, or iatry, iatry. Let's see our example. For iatric, our example is pediatrics, pediatric. Pediatric meaning pertaining to the health of the children. It's a health practice relating to children. The prefix ped is children. And for iatrics, our example is geriatrics. Geriatrics is the branch of medicine that treats problems peculiar to an old age and the aging, including the clinical problems of senescence and senility. This picture shows this old man in a nursing home of Norway. And the prefix ger means old. We've learned before. And for the prefix iatro, our example is iatrogenesis. Iatrogenesis is the creation of additional problems or complications resulting from the treatment by a physician or surgeon. The suffix genesis, which we learned before, means production, and the iatro means medicine. So iatrogenesis means produced by medicine or medical treatment. And this picture shows a history in medicine that is for iatrogenesis. The pink line is the one of the maternity clinic, and And the blue line is another maternity hospital in Ireland. Since 1823, autopsy has become much more common as a practice for doctors, but during that time, doctors doesn't have the idea that they need to wash their hands thoroughly, with those antiseptics after they perform autopsy. So they perform autopsy, then they went to the maternity clinic to deliver baby. Now that happened in the Wayne maternity clinic. And so the transfer of pathogens from autopsy room to maternity patients, leading to a shocking historical mortality rates of childbed fever at maternity institute in this one, the Wayne maternity clinic. After 1847, chlorine hand wash was introduced as a standard practice after autopsy. Then after this point, the mortality rate for childbed fever is greatly reduced. And as you can see in this maternity hospital in Ireland, because they don't have the autopsy room, so the doctors in this hospital, the doctors in the Dublin maternity hospital will not carry any pathogens from autopsy room. So the since 1784 to 1848, the mortality rate in Dublin maternity hospital remains quite constant, but for the Wayne maternity clinic, since the onset of pathological anatomy, the mortality rate for childbed fever, also called puerperal fever, is greatly increased until the chlorine hand wash was introduced as a standard practice in 1847. And this is a very typical case for iatrogenesis. And for the suffix iatry, our example is psychiatry. Psychiatry is a branch of medicine that deals with the study, treatment, and the prevention of mental disorders. In Greek, the word psych, P-S-Y-C-H, also means butterfly. Now they think our mind is like butterfly, which is quite interesting because in Chinese culture, there's this book, one of the philosophers, Zhuangzi, he also dreamed that he become a butterfly. Let's review what we learned. For medicine or medical treatment, we use iatro, I-A-T-R-O, this prefix, or iatric, I-A-T-R-I-C, or iatrix, I-A-T-R-I-C-S, or iatry, these three suffixes. And for drug, we use this prefix, pharmaco, or pharmaco, P-H-A-R-M-A-C-O, pharmaco. And our example is pharmacologist. Pharmacologist is a specialist in the study of the action of drugs. And the last one of lesson 23 we are going to introduce is for describing killer or action of killing. We use this suffix C-I-D-E. And our example is pesticide. Pesticide is a poison used to destroy pests. Now the the front of the word, remind us the pest, pest of any sort, including fungus, then it can be called fungicide, or herb, weed or grass, then it can be called herbicide. And if the pest is insects, then it can be called insecticide. If the pest is rodent, then it can be called rodenticide. All the different sort of it. They are collectively called pesticide. Now we've finished all the prefixes and suffixes for lesson 23rd. Let's review what we learned this time. For irregular, we use anomalous, A-N-O-M-A-L-O, or poikilo, P-O-I-K-I-L-O. For joint, we could use these two prefixes, juncto, J-U-N-C-T-O, or zygo, Z-Y-G-O. For inflammation, we use the suffix itis or the prefix phlogo, P-H-L-O-G-O. For medicine or medical treatment, we could use the prefix iatro, I-A-T-R-O, or these three suffixes, iatric, I-A-T-R-I-C, iatrix, I-A-T-R-I-C-S, or iatry, I-A-T-R-Y. For drug, we use this prefix pharmaco, P-H-A-R-M-A-C-O. And for killer or killing, the action of killing, we use this suffix C-I-D-E, side. Now we finish lesson 23rd. Next time when we come back, we'll start with lesson 24th, and we will also give quiz for lesson 23rd this time. See ya! English for Biology Major is brought to you by TCU's English for Biology Major course team. If you have any questions, don't forget to visit our FB fans page. The website is here, and you can also scan the QR code to reach to our FB fans page. This course is sponsored by Centers for Faculty Development and Instructional Resources of TCU.